If you're seeing this, somebody's realizing what they lost. I'm serious. They're realizing what they lost. Family, you didn't have to over explain yourself. You did not have to chase. You did not have to seek validation. You didn't have to blow their phone up. You did not have to hit them with the 15-page text messages. None of that, yo. You didn't even call them 5,000 times. You were done. And when I say they realized what they lost, I mean that for real. They feel it, yo. In this season, you are done doing things the same way you've done it in the past. And this season, you want it new and different for your life. So now what? Now those people thought that they could move on with their lives and that you would just stay where you are. Like, really, people don't even consider you when they move on. No, they never considered that you could be strong. They never considered how much power you had. But this time, your power was silent. Your power was silent because they no longer have that access to you. They sat here and decided that they wanted to move forward, and you honored their decision. Real talk. You honored their decision. You were cool with it. You were not chasing these people because you realized you never had to. Because those people did not realize your value until you left. They didn't. It took for you leaving their lives for them to realize what they lost. And now they're just seeing it. Really, now they're just feeling it. And for some, it took days, weeks, months. I don't know. But they're realizing it, family, because they don't make them like you anymore. He thought that he could go out here. She thought she could go out here and find another you. Where? I'll wait. I bet they're still waiting to find another you in someone else. Man, please, no, they can't. Because people don't realize the blessing that they have until it's gone. And the type of person you are, oh no. There's not 1,000 yous running around the world, but there's 1,000 them running around. You know what I mean? Real talk. They didn't realize your power. They did not realize your strength. And when they were out here playing games, they end up playing themselves. Because real talk, family, they got very comfortable with your presence. So comfortable. And when people take you for granted, it's because of familiarity. They're just so used to you being there, so used to you always being around. But what happens now when you're not? What happens now? They feel it. You know what I mean? Everybody is not as kind as you. Everyone's not as nice as you. Everyone's not out here trying to make people's lives great again. No, that was just you. So these individuals are out here wishing and hoping and praying that they could just find somebody like you. Man, please, real talk. Where? But they're not though. They're never going to. They got so comfortable with your presence that they thought that they can get you anywhere. Oh, how the tables have turned, y'all. Oh, how they were so sadly mistaken. They thought they can get you anywhere. Where? Where is there another you? I'll wait. Moment of silence for the real ones. Where is there another you? There isn't though. Because your kindness, your loyalty, your blessings, that's just you. That's just who you are. And these people are realizing it like, man, I miss access to all that. And they're starting to see how much of a real impact you made in their lives. And here's the thing too, family. A lot of people make this mistake because they thought that you would always be accessible. Really, they thought that they can do what they want, move on with their lives, and they thought that the access would remain the same. They thought you would still be their friend. They literally, they thought that you would still be their friend after they try to play in your face. Absolutely not. Where? Because they assume that you're going to keep on answering. They assume you're going to keep on texting, that you're going to keep on responding to them, that you're going to keep on showing up. But you haven't. You're not. Where's the response? Where's the text that y'all are sending these people? Man, please, I'll wait. There is no text. You're not sending them anything. So now they're like, wow. In their minds, they thought that you would always remain accessible, but you have not though. Because the reality is that version of you that used to tolerate everything, no, that version is gone. You're no longer tolerating that because you realize you never had to. And sometimes, family, because we're nice people, we're kind people, we tend to put up with so many things and we realize we never had to anyway. We sit here and take people's problems on, carry individuals' burdens for what? To what? And a lot of times when these people heal and heal off of you and your strength and your good graces, and then they run for the hills and you left holding the bag, man, please, where? So you're not doing that anymore. So I don't know why they sat and thought that you would always still remain accessible. You're not though. They thought that you would always be there for them, but you're not, because you're not going to. Why should you have to? No, seriously, I'm asking you why. After all they've done, why should you have to? I could see if they were coming back saying, oh, I want to change. And you can actually see that a person's changed, and you can feel that they're different, right? You can tell there are signs. God told you, the universe, whoever you believe in, you know that this person's changed, but they're not even coming back with that. They just want to do you wrong and think that you're going to do them favors. Nah, that's not how the game go. See, that's karma, and karma's real, because when they left your life, they thought that everything was going to be all good. Man, please. Slowly but surely, things started falling apart. Their lives started coming crashing down. And I'm not wishing bad on anyone. I'm just telling you what it is. Because what you put out is what you get back. And those people put out a lot of evil, a lot of wickedness, and a lot of hate. So they thought that you were just going to take the bait. They thought that you were just going to take. No, we're not doing that. Game over. Time out. Flag on a play. We're not even doing that. Because that's not the type of time you're on. And that's not what you're doing in the season. And they realize, family, that you have boundaries now, that you've set limits in your life, that you're not as accessible as they thought that you were, and you're done. And the reality is, your silence, man, please, speaking volumes. Your level of calmness. See, they didn't think, right, that when they moved on with their lives, that they would actually want to return. They didn't think that. They didn't, because they felt like they were in control. They felt so empowered. Them people felt like they had all the cards. Them people felt so strong. But now all of a sudden, they're looking back and you're not chasing. Now all of a sudden, they're looking back and they don't see you. Man, please, you are living in your power, silent power. You don't got to scream, text, call a billion times trying to prove to a person what they're missing, what they're realizing. No, you don't. You simply just have to be who you are. And that's a great person, really. So your silence has created a lot of perspective for these individuals because time is passing and they're realizing, like, man, I think I made a mistake. I think I could have done that differently, or I think I could have done that better. They're realizing that, family. Real talk. Because when you pull back, when you stop chasing, when you stop calling, you leave a void. And now those individuals have to sit with their thoughts. They have to sit with the fact that, man, why isn't this person calling me? Why aren't they texting me like they used to? Why aren't they? No, you're not doing that. And so now they have to sit with a new and different perspective. And their perspective is telling them that you actually probably move forward. Their perspective is telling them you're no longer remaining accessible. You're no longer wasting your time trying to fix things. Man, let them people fix it. You are always the one fixing things. Why do you always have to fix everything? Seriously, why? Let them people fix it. They broke it. Real talk. Let them fix it. You are no longer expending any additional energy on things that you don't have to. No, you're taking all of your power back, all of your energy back, family, because that's power and energy for you to heal. You're no longer giving away your good blessings and your good energy to individuals that do not appreciate it anyway, period. You're done with that. Because the truth is, comparison is now revealing your value. See, they went out here and they thought that they could find friends like you. They thought that they could find people in relationships like you. I'll wait. The comparison is real. They can't find another you. No, really. She really thought that he was you. Yo, make it make sense. For the life of me, it doesn't make sense. People really start getting comfortable with your blessings and thinking that they could find that anywhere. I already told y'all what my homeboy said before. He said, yo, I took her to eat a 5-course meal and she thought she can get that anywhere. So people really believe in their hearts that because you're so good to them, because you're so kind and loving, that they could find you anywhere. How is that working out for them? No, man, they're sitting here with people trying to pretend. They done got with a new him. They done got with a new her. And now they got to fake it, yo. Because they know at the end of the day, they look like a fool if they tell you what it really is. Half them people are not happy. Probably more than half. Because they're sitting here trying to replace you. But they cannot, though. Like, everybody sees it. People, they out here playing this game thinking that they're looking good. Yo, I don't care what people put on social media. They can post and post and post because they're supposed to be happy. They can sit there and create a narrative and paint a picture. And that's still not true, yo. Because at the end of the day, they don't have you. They could say whatever they want. They still don't have you. So tell me, how happy of a life is that? Where? I'm asking you, how happy of a life is that? A life without you? It isn't, especially not after they did you dirty. So now your silence is speaking volumes. They're seeing a new perspective. And now, oh, wait, they're comparing because they don't make them like you anymore. So they're comparing every single person they meet and they're like, oh my goodness, they're coming up short. And they're realizing it. They're like, yo, I think I'm coming up short. I think I'm not meeting the person that I took for granted. Really. And I'm going to tell you, family, you are a life changer. When you come in people's lives, their lives are never the same. I'm t- Yo, you may move on with your life, but these people, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years later, still remember you. Tell me I'm lying. I'll wait. Moment of silence. They still remember you. Let me get close when I tell you this. They still remember you because the impact you had in their lives, bar none, there's nobody else like you. So they're moved on in different relationships or doing different things in their lives, still thinking about the times y'all shared, the things that you've done for them. And man, please, they don't make them like you anymore. So now these individuals are comparing you and comparing every other person that they're meeting to what you guys had. And they're realizing it. Because truly, family, they're starting to see and realize what you brought to the table, the difference you made in their lives. And these people out here do not have it because comparison often reveals what familiarity once concealed, right? Because they had you in their life so many times, every single day, all time, often, and they took you for granted. But now that you're not there, they're really seeing what they had. And here's the thing, they didn't expect you to grow. And I'm serious. People don't even consider how you feel when they just move on with their lives or when they do you wrong or when they do the things that are wrong. They don't even consider how that makes you feel. And so the expectation was that you would have a heartbreak, that you would be sad, that you would be hurting and you would be crying somewhere in a ball. And maybe you were, but how do they know? You know what I mean? They don't know. All they see is strength and they feel it because they thought that you would be sad for them. They thought that they could just come back and crawl back into your life after what they did. Absolutely not. Where? You're not letting these people back in. No, you took the time and you're healing and you've healed and you're like, yo, I no longer want to run those same patterns I was running. I no longer want to deal with those same type of people I was dealing with. Y'all, you want different and new for your life, period. And you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And sometimes, family, when we are so hurt and people do us wrong, that was addition by subtraction. These people did us a favor when they moved on with their lives. And I'm not saying that things can't work and people don't change and you can't get back with people. I'm not saying that. But for what it's worth, in the season, yo, they did you a favor. Because guess what? You realized how strong you are. You've always been. Sometimes we let these low vibrational people in our lives that bring us down, whether it's friendships, relationships, whatever it is, right? And they suck you dry, take all your energy, take all your power. But guess what? You are the generator and they are the plug, right? And when they plugged out of you, their batteries just dwindling down. See, they thought they were the thing, but they're not though. And that's the thing, family. We be out here moving like and acting like we're common, but there's absolutely nothing common about a chosen person. Tell me I'm lying. Where? And I'm not even trying to be arrogant. I'm having confidence, the level of confidence that I want you to have to know that you are the thing and that you are the one. At the end of the day, family, it was you the whole time. Yo, it's hitting these people like bricks. It is literally hitting them like a ton of bricks. You were the one the whole time and they let you get away. Please, now what? Now what? You were the one the whole time. They didn't even think you would grow, but they didn't know you. Because if they did, they would already know that your bounce back game is strong. You were just being kind to them. You were just being loving to them. You were just giving them chance after chance after chance in hopes that things could be right because maybe you saw good qualities in them. But guess what? They did not expect you to grow and they didn't know who you are because you've always been strong. And you have to feel that way about yourself when you're moving about in this life so freely, dealing with individuals that may not be where they need to be, yo. Dealing with individuals that you're trying to take them to the next level, fix their life, and they're draining your resources, draining your energy. Absolutely not, man. So these people are out here realizing it. They didn't ever think that you would grow, but you always were the one. And I know y'all can relate because somebody, leave it in the comments. Have you ever dealt with a person that took you for granted? And then when you left their lives or they left your life or you left their life, they realized, man, the blessing was always you. Like you've experienced that before in your life with people who took you for granted, and years later or days or weeks later, you find out that they thought about you the whole time. That days and years and months pass and you are on their mind still. I'm telling you, if you're seeing this, family, they're realizing what they're lost. They are realizing what they lost for real because time changed their perspective. I'm telling y'all, family, time, once time passes, they feel it. Days turn to weeks, turn to months, yo. And the feeling hits different because you're moving on with your life happy. You don't got to sit here and chase. You don't have to get validation from them. You don't have to over explain yourself. You did none of those things. None of them because you didn't have to. And now what? They see you strong. They see a version of you that you've always been, but maybe they took for granted. And now time is passing. And those same blessings they used to have, they're not getting them. Those same lucky breaks that they had when they were with you, where are the lucky breaks, yo? Karma is hitting these folks like a ton of breaks. But you, shut up. I'm telling you, sometimes when people are removed from your lives, right, family, it just feels like the floodgates open and all the blessings are coming in for you. And that's what's happening for you. Every single thing you want, family. And here's the thing. Whatever the desire of your heart is, I believe you're going to get it. You just get it in the time that it's meant for you. And sometimes we have people that come in our lives and you believe that this person is the one, that this person is the thing, that they're going to help get you further in your career or take you where you need to be in a relationship. And sometimes it's not them, but maybe they are the catalyst for change. Maybe they are the ones that come before the blessing truly comes, yo. So guess what? They thought that they played in your face, right? They thought that they did you dirty, but I'm promising you, if you're seeing this, they're realizing what they lost because you were the one the whole time. And I believe they learned a valuable lesson. They really learned your worth. Maybe it's a little too late, maybe not. I don't know, I'm not God. But they learned a valuable lesson and they realize your worth when it's just a little bit too late. You know what I mean? When they had you the whole time, when they had access to you and you were there being loving, kind, wonderful to these individuals and all that they came with. And they lost that. They lost you. Man, please, would you want to be them? Now, real talk, would you want to lose you? If you were not you, wouldn't you miss you? Man, please. Yo, if I wasn't me, I'd miss me. So if you weren't you, wouldn't you miss you? Do you want to live a life without you? And again, I'm not saying anyone's perfect because some of us, we immediately go to negative thoughts like, well, I am compulsive or I do get angry or I XYZ. No, stop. I'm not talking about that. We're all human. I'm talking about all the good parts of you. Wouldn't you miss you? So what do you think these people are out here doing, yo? And even the hardest of them, even the most arrogant ones, they may not say it, but they see it and they feel it. And that's on facts, family. And they learned their lesson real quick that you were the one, but they learned it after they lost access to you. And that's unfortunate for them. It really is, but not for you because you still have you. You are the win. You are the blessing. And they're realizing it, y'all. And it's unfortunate that they may not have an opportunity to be back in your good graces. So in conclusion, family, if you're seeing this, know that people oftentimes realize the blessing when it's too late. They're learning and they're seeing that the calls have dried up. The text messages have dried up. They no longer have access to you like they once did. The blessing is not so readily available. The abundance that came from you and that was given to them has been cut off, and they're feeling it, family. And now all of a sudden you become valuable to them. No, you were valuable the whole entire time. You were valuable day one, but they did not take the time to appreciate you and they took you for granted. And that's unfortunate for them. And facts on facts on facts, these people realize what they lost. And that's on them, family. Stay inspired. I want to thank you so much for watching my content. I started my YouTube channel to share the many lessons I learned along the way in life, in love, and in business. And it's an honor that you are watching my content. I hope it's resonating with you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my page. More great things to come. Thank you so much. Stay inspired.